Okay, I think we can start. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us in this first webinar organized by shining3d Dental Team. I am Riccardo Molinelli, account manager of shining3d in Europe, and I am glad to introduce the first of the 8 webinars that we're going to organize in the following weeks together with my colleagues from the European Dental Team who will also be speakers of these live sessions. So let me please introduce and welcome my colleague Filippo Maestri, application engineer.
Hello everybody.
Rita D'Amico, account manager in Europe.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us.
And last but not the least, Simone Zanasi, application engineer.
Hello everybody, hello.
During the webinar, we will be glad to receive your live feedback, questions and comments. And we will try our best to directly interact with you by answering to all your questions in the comments here below. So please feel free anytime to point out any topic you would like to be clarified. And for your information, at the end of this live session, we will upload the recording of this webinar on our YouTube channel, Shining3D Dental, to let you rewatch the video anytime you want. The webinar of today will be focused on a specific section of the complete workflow that the digital dentistry solution of shining3d is able to provide thanks to the cooperation with reliable partners such as exocad and Maestro 3D. So the main topic of today's webinar will be the connection between exocad and more specifically exocad chairside and shining3d intraoral scanner oral scan. So let's have a look and let's have a first overview of these two different devices. So let's start from some considerations about the idea of chairside and the philosophy behind it. What is, from our point of view, and I believe also from exocad point of view, the chairside approach? Well, for sure, just to make it clear, it is not a way to cut the lab out or to canalize the complete digital workflow in clinics. Indeed, we do believe that chairside can be an opportunity for the prosthetic team to reorganize the everyday job in a way that, for some specific restoration, can be simply more efficient and more productive for both dentists and technicians. Let's have a look at this picture here below, directly taken from exocad website. If we think about the different steps of a traditional workflow, we can easily understand how a chairside kit, a chairside series of devices would give to clinic and lab many more options to organize the workflow itself, where the all-in-clinic path is only one of the possible solutions available for the team. Chairside can be seen also as a way to give dentists more option to have a first imprinting on the creation of everyday simple restorations, and in the same time rely on the support and the supervision of the lab. As we all can easily understand, the skills and the expertise of both the design, both of dentists and technicians will be always required for an excellent teamwork, whatever it is the choice for the design and production. Now, let's assume that chairside approach adopted by a dentist, of course user of exocad chairside software, is the designing clinic. Let's have a look at what are the options available for the dentist who wants to design the restoration indoor. exocad chairside software offers the chance to follow a simplified workflow for the creation of crowns, bridges, veneers, inlay and onlay, as well as metal framework whose production may be perhaps more complicated in a clinic. So in that case, the file will most probably be sent to the lab or the milling center. For sure, from another point of view, the greatest opportunity that chairside software and chairside approach would give to the patient is the possibility to have a partial or final restoration in one day only. This really sounds like a revolution, doesn't it? Now, just to go finally in depth of a possible chairside solution provided by shining3d and exocad, the most direct solution we can think about is given by the interaction between shining3d oral scan and exocad chairside software. You have to know that as a gold partner of exocad GmbH, shining3d has always considered the complete integration between our devices and exocad software as a top priority, a direct advantage of users in clinics and labs. When we speak about direct integration, we think about a series of actions to start from the job definition, pass through the scanning process, and go to the design without any interruption, in a constant interconnection between different phases. That's why when you open exocad chairside and you connect your oral scan, when you click on the button scan, you will see the shining3d scan software immediately start, ready for the scan process itself. And I guess now you can imagine what follows from now on. So I will pass the microphone to my colleague Filippo, who will set a live demonstration of the scan flow with our shining3d oral scan. Thank you, Filippo.
Okay, thank you, Riccardo, for the presentation. I think that we can start opening exocad chairside. As Riccardo told you, we have a complete integration with exocad, and I'm opening exocad. Okay, ready. I'm inserting my name, Filippo. This is the list of the available jobs that we have on chairside. We can, of course, extend the list, and I think that to make an example of an intraoral acquisition, the byte is useful, is very is a good option. I mean, in order to have an example of an intraoral acquisition, I'm defining the antagonist. Okay, perfect. Then save, and we are ready to scan. Pressing the scan button, the intraoral scanner interface will open. Okay, as you can see, also the workflow is very easy and intuitive, for the end user. Upper, lower, occlusion. Okay, let's start.
Okay, so while Filippo performing the scan, I would like to provide you additional information on the commercial offer of shining3d. Later on, my colleague Simone will give you additional information on the technical features of the oral scan. And if you have any doubts or any question, please go ahead leaving some comments, and we will reply you at the end of the demonstration. shining3d provides lifetime support and software updates. This last point in particular is quite important because the software update can include important tools or, for example, important integration with third-party softwares like this one that we just saw with exocad chairside. The scanner can be managed in remote control, so that means that our doctors don't have to touch the mouse or the screen. For example, they can manage the workflow just by moving the scanner. And the package also includes two different tips with two different angles. These tips can be sterilized in the furnace, and they are certified to last up to 20 sterilization process. So now, as you can see, the software is optimizing the data, and the green points highlight are the points where there are some missing data. So the doctor can easily take back the scan where there are some missing data to cover this part and get the final result basically perfect. As you can see, the STL, the final results of the STL, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, yeah, and now we can proceed with the lower. Okay, let's start with the lower arch.
So, I would like to share with you some technical details about our solution. The shining3d intraoral scanner acquires surfaces thanks to the photogrammetry technology, and it's graphic card based, and the scanning speed is 15 frames per second. The system is open. It means that the meshes, let's say the surfaces, are exported in open file formats as STL and OBJ. The solution, let's say, is powderless, so no need for powder. We can acquire realistic color, and also we have an automatic scan retracing, so the end user can jump back to missing area for scanning, and the data alignment is performed by the software automatically. We provide also a clinical toolkit with very useful tools as check undercut, extract margin line, check bite, mark teeth, and so on. So that is so helpful. And also we strictly suggest our customers to follow the recommended PC configurations and to take care, let's say, of their environment. For instance, the temperature can affect the final accuracy. So the accuracy can be influenced by too high or too low temperature. At the end of the Filippo's performance, we are available for answering to all your questions, and also we will share the link of our YouTube channel where we will upload the recorded video of this webinar and also other very useful links.
Okay, wow. We can just cover, yes, these two ports because related the incisor is not easy without a mirror to acquire the incisor vestibular parts. Okay. It's okay. We can proceed with the occlusion. The last step, as you can see, is related to occlusion. So we can start with the left or the right side. It's completely the same. Okay, and putting the scanner in pose, we can add the other side or all the occlusion acquisition that we want. And that's it. As you can see here, we have the two positions that we acquired, but of course it's also possible to add other occlusion acquisition. If we are satisfied, we can press continue, we can confirm, and the software now is creating the mesh. So now the software from the point cloud is connecting the points and is creating the triangles, and he is creating the surface. I would remember you that also in this step we have just a preview. I mean, what we are seeing now is just a point cloud plus the texture information. It's not a real mesh, because the real mesh is computing in this moment. Okay, and this is the final result. This is a real surface with the real colors, and as you can see, it's completely different than before. In gray, we have where the points where the scanner doesn't catch the texture information, but of course the mesh is closed. I mean, it's not holes, it's just points where the scanner doesn't catch the texture information. Okay. Now we can proceed with the last step. In this step, we just need to correct the position. We fix the position in order to put the mesh in the right position for exocad. Okay, of course I selected ortho restoration, so it's not necessary to assign the teeth and to draw the margin, because I want to remember you that it's possible to draw the margin line in our software or directly in exocad. Then if you want, I will show you with a model this function. Now here is possible to check the contact points. Of course it's possible to modify the color scale. As you can see, it's very easy to check the distance between the upper and the lower, and at the end we are ready to upload the file in our cloud. Okay, as you can see here, I can choose the lab where I want to send my STL or OBJ file plus the project, because I want to remember you that from the end user, from the dental technician, point of view, is possible to log in our cloud, and once the dentist loads the file in the cloud, he can download the project plus the STL and the OBJ. Pressing confirm and upload, as you can see, our interface is uploading in automatically the file. Okay, at the end of the upload process, the dental technician will receive an SMS, an alert on his mobile phone, where he informed that the new project is uploaded in our cloud, so he can connect to the cloud and download the files. I want to show you, of course, the cloud. Let me just sing in. I can also sing in from here. Okay, this is our cloud, and as you can see, if in case I'm a dental technician, I just to sing in plus with the username and the password, then I need just to press on cases, and it's very easy to download the file that I have loaded. I want to remember you that we have a complete integration with exocad and also with 3Shape software. We have, of course, another way to send the file to the dental technician. Thanks to the Explore button, it's possible to open the folder directly. It's possible to open the repository with the STL that we have just created, and of course also with the project. I want to show you also the tessellation because I think it's important, speaking about the intraoral scanner, the tessellation, the triangles. Okay, here we have our STL. As you can see, it's completely closed. All the surfaces are very regular, and we can check the tessellation. As you can see, the margin is very regular. The surface is incredibly defined with a lot of details, and for sure for exocad is very easy work on these margins. We can also, of course, we can also import the upper jaw, upper, and here we have the upper arch. Okay, also the upper, as you can see, is completely closed. The teeth are very regular. There isn't intersection or problem on the mesh, and of course also here we can check together the tessellation. Look at the margin, how clear and how regular are the margins. And that's it. Okay, and closing the STL viewer, we are coming back on the exocad interface, and we are ready to start with the design. So we can press the design button, and we are ready to start with the design of our byte, sorry. Okay, exocad has charged the STL. This step, in the first step, we should define the insertion direction. As you can see in red, it's possible to see and to check the undercuts. So let me try to find a good insertion direction for the byte. Okay, I think this should be okay. I can press apply, and now the software is calculating the drain model, I mean the model, the discharged model. Okay, as you can see, this is the model discharged, and of course it's possible to modify all the parameters related the drainage of the model. As you can see, also it's possible to check the drained wax, also thanks to the color that we have on exocad. Okay, and I'm starting defining the margin of the byte. Okay, I'm trying to complete the design, the limit of the byte as fast as possible, because I'm sure that all of you know better than me this step. Okay, I'm trying to design a multifunctional byte, so like something an ecstatical and functional byte. I'm sorry if my design is not perfect, but the important is to show you the workflow, the complete workflow. Okay, this is what I've designed. This is the byte. Let me try just to fix some points in order to have a coherent design. Okay, let me also check the margin all around the teeth. It should be okay. And let me check also the thickness of the byte. I think that we can create a byte with a thickness of 1 millimeter. It should be enough. Okay, 1.0, pressing apply. exocad recalculate the byte, and this is the final result. Of course, in the last step it's possible to modify with the sculpt tool the shape of the byte. Otherwise, we are ready to proceed with the CAM. I mean, it's possible to print the byte, or it's possible to mill the byte that we designed. As you can see, with the intraoral scanner plus exocad, this complete digital workflow is very easy, very easy and intuitive in my opinion. I would to show you some pictures of what we have just designed. Okay, this is a byte printed in PMEMA. As you can see, the occlusal and the internal parts. This is the vestibular, and this is the part in contact with the teeth. And finally, I would like to show you the final result inside the mouth of the patient.